Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another tournament stream. PYS number 3. Did I even adjust that on the title? I think so. Yeah, I did. Let me just quickly have another look at something. Yeah. Yeah. Video is running. Or stream is running. And we are going to see TQT, the 4th rank of the last season. Previously first one on the top 16 tournament there. And well, we are going to see them today here on our stream. Let me just quickly adjust something still. Quick. YouTube always messes up the category of the stream. And I want to just make sure it is set to World of Tanks Blitz and not World of Tanks PC. Because today's stream is again getting restreamed to YouTube and Twitch simultaneously. And actually okay, I should have already shown you the tournament room because the game is already starting. We're live on Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. You're seeing TQT versus Unluck on the very first game of the evening. And we're going to start on Albenstadt. Let's head up and see what's going on here. We're seeing some speed boosts on the Streetswagens heading straight into that A corner here to gain the high ground advantage. And some good crossfire to then cover the A cap, which is going to be taken by that IS-7 quite quickly then, I believe. That will be the goal here. At the same time, we've got one Streetswagen over here trying to decap and spot the A area. He won't have decapping shots. He will just get in some spots and run away. That's going to be his idea of what to do here. A is safe cap for Unluck so far. A very aggressive gameplay by them already. At the same time, C is not being taken, neither is B actually. And B will also be very hard to take now that Unluck can pull over here to the bridge to cover that. The mouse is getting aggressive right beneath the bridge, pushing into the back of Gabriel. Actually just overcommitted a little bit, trying to punish that 60 TP to his front, but got shot for a big one in return. But the mouse also now in a little bit of a tricky situation. The river is never the best situation to be in. So Unluck is just going to ignore him. But the 60TP over there cannot run away. The mouse is trying to block him. Just making sure he's not escaping from that position. While mouse already has the kill here. Unluck pushing deep into the enemy spawn. Has the Streetswagen to the front, but the Streetswagen is still full life, as already the first tank of that Unluck team is deleted. While also the second one over here, Kalashnikov, now in focus fire, about to get killed by performance on a VK72. So it is a 2-gun advantage already for that TQT team, although they're having one AMX M4 permanently ammo-wrecked, who is still going to struggle to get into the fight again. But Nico is in focus fire here, getting focused out from the front by the double Streetswagen, for also having double one I7 to his back and one to his side. Now getting finished off with an IHE shell into his rear. So the guns being almost even again. Not quite yet, but Irina is also in focus. Not going to survive for too much longer. Also the mouse just got killed here. So guns even now, and this kill will actually mean gun advantage to the Unluck team as soon as it comes. But also Unluck is losing a lot of hit points here, being down on hit points, yet having more guns on the field right now. But the Streetswagen here in the open, about to be taken out by that VK72 here. Gets a shot in. That Streetswagen with the mobility not being fast enough to hide behind that little corpse of that 60TP here. So guns again in favor of TQT. No, again we can see a change here. TQT has 1k hit points more than Unluck, which is not too much. But they're having an isolated low hit point tank right here, getting pushed onto by an IS-7. The other IS-7 will make sure to not die here for no reason. Seek and Destroy missing as one, but Bibby might be overexposing a little bit. 315 damage only by that AMX M4 with an average damage of 400 actually. So still the IS-7 survives on 30 hit points, which could have been crucial here, but over there on the other side, the TQT team managed to kill the others. So it is a 1v2 right now, with one IS-7 being here against too many hit points and too many tanks. Still, he is not going to be able to win this one at this point anymore. Baby Potato just bullying that little IS-7 there, who is really struggling to penetrate. In Faisak still gets a nice shot into that turret, but I don't think it's going to matter too much anymore, because that Streetswagen with that good mobility is actually having 2 caps still. Does not even have to go in, but of course he wants to just support his teammate. Bounces off the back of that IS-7. Good job. Gets a track shot in here. Wants to make sure the IS-7 does not have any rep kits anymore and does not manage to turn around towards him anymore. So there goes that IS-7, well played by TQT, having gun disadvantage at the start, but still being able to carry this game in a good way here. Good job. That was game number 1. I went to TQT 1-0 so far. Let me turn off the music for now. While playing or while seeing the games, we don't need any music here. Alright. Good start here. And let's just use the tournament room scene this time. We're going to see Alpenstadt again. Unluck versus TQT, of course. We are probably going to follow TQT throughout the evening. They're still going to meet some other strong teams like Isra, another Ukrainian team, or UIPA as the Europeans would read it probably, but it is called Isra. I think it means caviar? Caviar? Yeah, caviar. I don't know the English pronunciation, never heard that. But yeah, the little fish eggs. Okay, we've got Alpenstadt again, and TQT seems to really like these VK72s. And TQT still has to fight a bit for the top 8. They are not secure to be in there, I believe. I will still have to check and show you after this game. Into best of 5, so actually, or maybe going to see 2 more wins for TQT. Or maybe not, but TQT clearly is the favorite, although Unluck was not doing a bad job here on these games. And Mobilny Filu, thanks for following. Welcome. So game number 2. Okay. And we're heading up here. Let's see what's going on. TQT also prefers the A side here. Although A is a little bit trickier to reach from the south spawn, from the red side here. Because the enemies do tend to have some better positions over here. But TQT is not getting aggressive, just spotting with a T100 in the bush. Well, Unluck is getting aggressive on A again with double IS-7s here. And it won't really be possible for TQT to decap that. Also, Sheridan on the C side. Brave move. But it is going to be successful. While at the same time, TQT decided to go for B. Not entirely. The VK is a little bit worried about that, and that's for a good reason. Although he does not know about that M60, it would cost him a lot of hit points. Maybe he's still peeking out, taking 900 damage by that M60, but he's shooting down that Sheridan. Probably the more important target here. Also, TQT is pushing in on this side. Nico already lost quite a few hit points. He's the caller of TQT, if I remember correctly about that. He is on focus fire right now. Still being able to put out a shot into Seek and Destroy. Face-hugging Bibi there. And maybe getting shielded successfully by his teammate Baby Potato. You could see a bounce there off of Nico. He's still alive and now getting finished off from behind here. But still double caps for the Unluck team. Looking good for them. They're having a gun advantage as well, although that's likely to change quite soon. Nope, also the Super Conqueror is not going to take out that E5 here. Bouncing off the shot right from the front here. And over here we've got Classical in the T100 LT now rolling in to take out one shot. But still, it's not looking good for TQT. Destined Liberty also in bad focus fire in the open here. Being taken out from behind. T100 also overpeaked here on that bush, on the little hill. Getting taken out as well. So it is only Baby Potato throwing some bananas at the enemies. Or maybe not. 1-1. Good job, Unluck. The team name is Wake the F Up. So I think first one was just a warm-up game. Now they are awake. Well played here by them. And TQT just overcommitting a little bit here. T100 not getting into the fight. Nico just, yeah, someone has to push in first to attract the focus fire, but it was not really paying off here for them. So that was the first win to the Unluck team. Leading us to a 1-1 right now. And we're switching the maps. Now Winter Malinovka will be the next one. And we are going to have... Oh, we don't see the lineups just yet. Again, some VK72s rarities up here for TQT. Maybe just one. Often these VK72s are heading towards the middle, towards the B area. To pressure through there and potentially cap or decap the base. Punish some enemies from the side there with their big shots and the tungsten shells, of course. Only one VK72. Yeah, it's a bit more common on this map because it is not too important here mostly to go for that middle. Maybe he's even switching still. Yep, no VK72. This time a Sheridan for both teams. Of course, otherwise a very common lineup here for the current meta. Some Streetswagen, some E5, IS7, 60TP. Super Conk as well is very popular at the moment. IMX M4s, I think more for the Russian-speaking teams. I do like that M4 a bit more than the others, I feel like. Others tend to go for that 60TP. The DPM, etc. is pretty even. 60TP having a bit more punch with the bigger alpha damage, but not by a big amount. And at the same time, that AMX M4 does have more hit points. If we're just checking it here, 60TP starting with 2,500 hit points, AMX M4 with 2,800. So it is pretty much a super heavy. Not too well armored on the hull though, yet having a really strong turret. Unluck getting into eye aggressively with their Streetswagen. Being spotted doing so, but not being punished just yet. And the TQT team is heading towards C, being a bit slower at that, as they decided to send in their 200, their Sheridan to spot here, instead of going for the caps in TQT, being bled out here by Unluck. Well done by them, and Irina already in a tricky situation, being pressured by an IS-7 from the front while still having a 60TP and an IS-4 aiming for his rear whenever he was to back off. So Unluck potentially could already pressure onto the 60TP here from the side, pushing him out of that or just farming him down. Of course, TP is also covered by Nico and Performance over here in their IS-4s. The rotation unspotted by the IS-4. Maybe the TP still has a shot? Maybe. Nope. IS-4 seems to be well hidden behind that little hill here again. Almost. No, actually there is not really. No. TP cannot shoot through this gap here. So, teams staring down on each other for now. But we're seeing a bit of a relocation here in the back by the AMX M4s and also the Sheridan making their way towards base A. It will be spotted quite early by that Sheridan in a bush there. And also the Streetswagen is going to have some spots then, but the Sheridan also getting spotted as he is daring to shoot there without running away safely, taking a shot as well. But so did the Sheridan of the TQT team. Trades so far much better for Unluck. Sheridan getting deep down into the corner. Maybe he should just rather run away here. I'm worried about that. The Sheridan won't be able to hold up the enemies too well. The Streetswagen also went into a holding position, but it is actually Unluck getting aggressive here on C, and TQT immediately relocating, repushing that C area, having the IS-4 in focus, trying to repush base C here, about to take out the Streetswagen and the 60TP over here. If the IS-4 is not able to back out here and not the one to get taken out first, although the 60TP over here is also down on hit points already and being pressured from behind. Now comes the push here onto that Streetswagen, but the IS-4 alone does not have the DPM. The Sheridan puts in a good shot here, but it is still a 1v1. Now the AMX M4 is also coming in to help here. Maybe this is not aggressive enough. Sheridan is going to have some good crossfire from the side, being pre-aimed by the 60TP though. He's not getting in a shot. So now it is already looking a little bit better on this side for TQT, but they lost 2 tanks on the other side as well. Now they got the second kill though. Hit points still highly in favor of Unluck. 1 tank in focus over here, but Baby Potato also low on hit points. Does have the kill though. Sheridan pushing in, getting that cap again. Better cap management here on side of Unluck at the moment. 2 caps, 3 caps being taken for them. While they're also doing better on the focus fire here, it seems. Not Super Conqueror now getting pushed here, big HE into his rear. And is Nico going to be able to penetrate the front? The Super Conqueror is really tricky to pen, but Nico manages to back off, get the kill here. But still 3 caps for Unluck. They're having a gun advantage or disadvantage right now, but they're still having the mobility of that Sheridan here. He might be able to run and win on points still. Sheridan, the IS-4 here is getting farmed down by that Streetswagen from behind. Also IS-4 on side of TQT just got taken out. Nico putting out his last shot. Just Liberty has to cap base B right now. Also C is being taken still by Unluck. Recapped again, 2v2 right now, but the Streetswagen has DPM. Wait, the Sheridan actually died here. This is huge for TQT. They still have a Sheridan on the field. Where is he? He's an A right now. So that might turn around things, but no, 990 points very soon here for Unluck. They are going to win this on points, that's for sure. Good win here by Unluck. Just Liberty not getting that kill shot in anymore here. Unluck just being better on the cap management. Really well played here. Getting the kills and cap simultaneously, that's the way to go. In tournaments, over and over again, we can see the winning team is the one who's not getting the kills, but the one which is getting in the caps and mostly also simultaneously getting kills them. So surprisingly, or from me, it is a surprise to see Unluck now being a point ahead and just being in a 2-0 here. Yeah, okay. I had to fix this. I don't know if you even noticed. It was bothering me. The one not having the same size or not the same position as the two. Okay. Must not forget to hydrate here. I'm talking so much today. TQT already readied up here with a lineup of 60 TPs in triple pack. One Super Conqueror, only one Streetswagen this time, one i7 and a T100 LT. For Unluck it is a T100 as well this time. No Sheridan. And also some VK72s, some 60 TP and an E5. So hit point advantage will be on side of Unluck. Also the DPM advantage might be on their side. Which could turn out to be problematic then. For that TQT team, of course. So 1 second. Just want to check something real quick. Okay. Let's set it up. Oh, we can see Unluck playing the A side again. So does TQT. They're getting aggressive though. They do know that there is something in the bush right ahead. Classical will not take a shot here, very close. He is able to run away. Ascon taking a bit of IG damage here. Maybe the E5 is going to have a shot still into that Streetswagen. But that's it. Another IG shot into the Super Conqueror here. A good start for TQT though, because they are having that cap advantage and managed to rotate out early. Unluck did not really manage to pressure or punish them as they relocated and get out into safer positions here. But now Irina is taking a big hit. Down to 1600 hit points. A VK72 here punishing badly. Also another 300 damage by the Streetswagen in the back. So the Ascon here being bled down to 1.3k hit points already. But also, I'm seeing the Streetswagen over there bleeding a ton, being in the open for crossfire and being spotted from the side here by Nico. But TQT has lost a lot of hit points already. They're down 1k, but they're having some good crossfire now, but also offering a weak spot with Nico behind the enemies. Performance pushing in, losing 1.5k hit points here on the crossing. But now it is TQT with some good crossfire onto the unlock guys over here. A good shot into the VK also. Another shot coming in from behind. 1.3k hit points lost here on that VK. Who is struggling to put in shots here into those hull down tanks right in front of him. The Liberty might be able to push in here. Still being afraid, but Irina just got taken out on the other side on the Super Conqueror. Now the 60TP is going to get crossfired from behind. So TQT still has to do something, but they're still having one rig tank ahead of them. Managed to take out one guy right there. Now the next VK is about to die. But also TQT has to really make sure they are not getting farmed by that Streetswagen too badly. 60TP pushing forwards to not be in the front of that STRV anymore. And it is a gun advantage clearly now to TQT, having cleared 3 already for only losing 1. But they're also having lots and lots of low hit point tanks. Hit points in total being even, but also TQT does have 2 caps right now and a lot of caps on the clock already, as they lost the second one as well. But also T100 LT here in a 1v1 right now is going to lose this if there is no support to the unlocked T100. But there is an E5 still, which is trying to put in a shot. Nice job here by Classical, being punished from behind. Win 4 points here for TQT. Securing the caps, going for a brave but good push into the enemy spawn. Building up that crossfire by just risking a lot with these pushes into the hull down positions. And that means we are 2-2 right now. Points even again. And TQT just demonstrating some really nice aggression here. Well played. But Unlock also definitely does a good job so far. I have not seen them before that too much. I think I remember some of their names from former TTT clan. I am not sure. So yeah, just judging by the history of those clans, TQT definitely in a better position to win now. It is only 1 win needed at this point. Match point here. So this might go anywhere. TQT not ready yet, so let's not talk about it. On the right side we can see triple IS7, double AMX-M4, double S-Conk. No mediums or lights here. It is Desert Sands, by the way. And Unlock is going without any spots, full heavy. TQT on the left side now also readied up with a double 60TP. Now they're changing stuff again. You don't even see the colors change there. But now they are ready. 1 60TP, 1 double IS4, double E5, 1 Streetswagen and a Sheridan. So more DPM, all this is tricky. More DPM on side of the TQT team, I would say. But also, well, they're having a Sheridan. They're not having much armor on their side. Hit points just 500 behind the Unlock team. They are having the spots though with the mobility. But the question is if they can make that Sheridan work, or if he is just going to be a liability by not having hit points. And everyone on the Unlock team heading into the city, no one got spawned on the outer side, surprisingly. Sheridan aggressively pushing in, getting in the spots early here. Unlock going super aggressive for that IS4 over here. Double IS7 pushing in from one side, another IS7 coming in from the other side. Very aggressive strategy, and they are having some good focus fire, but they're not penetrating their shots. Only 1 of 3 shots went into that IS4 so far, and he is in Feisak now, where it will be really tricky for that IS7 to pen him. Ooh, AMX-M4 just got deleted. I totally missed that. He was running into crossfire, and TQT just going hard here, getting aggressive. killed one for losing one. And they are doing good on the trades here. Unluck, losing hit points more and more. Being down a tank right now. Also having a one-shot on the field. Being down 2 tanks right now. Also, there is a super conqueror in the middle of the fight getting taken out as well. And TQT still has all 6 tanks, or 6 tanks still alive, not all of them. But yeah, 6 tanks still. Arena here about to get killed now by that IS-7. And that doesn't matter too much anymore. How did they turn this around? Really well played here by TQT. Just circling the enemies immediately, having the spots, getting super aggressive here in the back of the unluck team. Not allowing them to push forwards. Also unluck, you're really penetrating, or not penetrating their shots. Probably also played a good role in that push not being the most successful. So actually I messed up with the score there. So we're actually now done with this game here. TQT securing the win for them. Winning the 3rd game as well after being down 1 point again. Good job. Okay, yeah, Siegen Gabriel from TTT. Yeah, that's also what I remembered. All right. Why am I getting spammed with messages right now? What the hell is going on there? Okay. We do have a bit of time now. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we do have about 20 minutes before the next games are starting, so I'm just going to play some random games now. In the meantime. Wow, okay. Honestly, that was better than expected. The first game of the evening and second day of the qualifiers are usually not the most exciting, just rather being top team steamrolling the other, but here it was really close. I'm glad to have had that, or I got to see that battle. It's always a bit tricky when getting to stream these games here. On the one side you can just pick the famous top teams, top 4 clans, which are known to deliver some good show, but mostly the battles are a little bit more boring there, just steamrolling the opponents then. For the others, the clans that are struggling more to get into the top 8, potentially, we don't know. Last season TQT was 4th. This time it seems to be a lot closer, to be honest. I don't know for sure. Where's the enemy medium though? Ready? There? Penetrating my turret top. For real. Let's not stay there. I'm having 2 tanks ahead of me. Although theoretically I should have a second medium supporting me, but I don't notice too much of that. Nah. Let's try to help with the heavies here as they're pushing in. I might have some good shots from above. Well, FV is even more important. As long as he doesn't get me. Okay, now I shot. Nah. Ah. Okay. Oh, we're down a tank and in bad positions here, to be honest. Oh, come on. IG, please. Nice. I'm highly worried about a Jack. Now I'm a one-shot. Also, I cannot escape here. Come on, kill that guy now, please. Go, 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 go. Very nice. Oof. Okay, I wanna run away from the WZ who's coming from behind. Yeah, because he's trying to get me. Might still have one. Nice. Yeah, this is not about caps. And look at this graveyard here. I might not get him anymore. Okay, that's fine. And that got to be a lot closer than I thought. If the WZ just pushed into us, just killed me, I was at 420 hit points or so. He just needed to kill me and he would have won the game. No way my teammates would have been able to kill that Jack and the others. Enemies have a ton of heavy tanks. Also, this is supremacy, so they're very likely to go for the heavy side there. There's still one medium, TVP even, which might get a bit dangerous. But Shouden and me should be able to kill him. Let's just hope I'm not getting crossfired here by some big TT. Team camping, enemies already have Cs, so we will have to win the A side, otherwise we are ending up on a bigger disadvantage. No. I should have another one. Okay. Oh, he's turning away. Come on, team. Oh, very nice kill of that TVP. Super important. I mean, he was not necessarily a one-shot to me and could have clipped me. That could have really hurt. Taking 1.3k damage just for getting that kill shot in now. Not won yet, but we are in a good position to do, or to get the win. Oof, nice. Let's move down into cover. Oh, this might end up in a high damage. Let's see. The enemies are still struggling against my Minotauros over there. Good. Very important to get that IR max out. Ah. Man, this guy is lucky as hell. Ah. Oh no, I7 is down now. Okay. Would have wished for some more last shots here. No! Ah, even that one I'm being denied here. I think I still did 5.5k. Could have been 6k, but just... Oh, 5.8, so... Just a few more shots in the end, so it would have been great. For that ace. Okay, I can play 2 more games right now. Or maybe I should also just take another look at that. At the current stage here of the teams, what their points are, etc. Let's do it after this game. Okay, unexpected. We've got some Leo rushing the beach. Man. 268. Hello. What on earth? I do not trust these guys here. Let's move away from the deal. How safe am I from the other side? I don't have help, right? Okay. Do I have the shot though? Ooh! Okay. Let's get the free kill here. Not... Oh, nice. We might still very well win this. Despite camping 100, but he has some hit points. He just needs to go in now. Come on, move. Nice. Yeah, okay. Not going to watch this. Because... wait. In... Yeah, 7 minutes next game is starting. I'm not going to go for another game then. I don't want to risk ending up at 6k damage and not getting into the next battle because of just having such a close game. Okay, let's have a look at the results. One second, I'm quickly opening a new tab for you. Okay. So, here we are. Alright, versus API. Also interesting. What else have we got here? Yeah, that's pretty clear where it's going to lead here. I mean, yeah, Rejects winning this. Bracket easily, Quali winning this one easily. And of course also, first one API should easily win this. But for Raid it will be very interesting. Ikra here. In our group we are seeing... Next one is Bad versus TQT. And after that, Uepa or Immer. I expect Uepa or Isra it is called. In the final. And on this side we're having AG still in game and Ikra. So yeah, should also be pretty clear win for EG. But we will see. Do we have a ranking right now? Right. Why don't we have a ranking? Oh, was it over here? Nah. Ah, yeah. Here we do see the caps. API first, Reject second, actually Aqua, Quali. Currently in good position to get into the top 4. Then comes Raid, TQT, EG. Oh, TQT is still 6th. Okay, I thought they were doing worse in the season so far. I don't know, I've just not found, I've just checked earlier results only. AKTS still on top 8 here. They were struggling a bit as well, and they are currently even with EG. So actually EG, yeah, not positioned too well. They have lost some game against Quali. But where is Quali on the games today? On which group? I have not seen them there. Was I blind? Or are they out? If they are out, this could be really problematic for them. No, they are here. Crowley, yeah, of course. Okay. I'm on PC now. Yeah, I do occasionally play on PC, but I actually just for tournament streams, because otherwise I have to switch to the iCard. So, yeah. Since having a better streaming PC, I also played a bit of Blitz on PC again and was going quite well. So, yeah. At this point, I'm not feeling totally confident in my aiming again just yet. But the results are actually quite good. The lack of aiming skill is compensated by better overview than on PC. Also, next room is up here. TQT versus Bartek. I think TQT, they were top 16 last time. I don't know which rank. Let me check. Oh, you don't see it right now. Just checking the tournament history. Did they manage to get into top 8? No, it was just a top 16 tournament last time. Yeah, I do remember them. Definitely. I don't think they have been top 8 before. Just some good top 16 clan. Let me switch to a light tank. Oh, it does not matter if it's a medium or light tank. But usually you gotta remember this because the position of the spectator also impacts the positions of the spawns here for all the other players. And let me just turn on the light real quick. Give me a moment. All right. Yeah, no, it is.
Let's go.
Let's not forget about this. Very important. I did not mess up with switching the scenes so far in this season. But going for A aggressively, but also TQT is making their way towards base A. Now only the Streetwagen IS-7 got spotted. TVP's now also spotted here. The IS-7s will be quite stuck here in the front. TVP's now getting shot down here. Losing half of his hit points here. Liberty is trapped now in this position. Also, Justa lost a lot of hit points on this crossing. The IS-7's just not being afraid to get even more aggressive here. Really well counted, lots of backup in the back here. The 222-100 LT not going in for the shots just yet. Rather giving some backup from behind. Now they're moving in a little bit more aggressively. But they also lost one IS-7 in the front already. At the same time, we've got a Batshit here flanking into the back of Bart. which are all now trapped in this corner here on A, which is usually a great position. But now the 3 IS-7s here pushing down to get Destined Liberty out are being crossfired by all these DPM tanks from behind. Also, there's still a very healthy 60 TP in the middle. It's a gun advantage to Bart, but looking at the positions, Bart is not set up too well here. IG kill of performance by that, or by performance of that IS-7. So guns being even, hit points in favor of Bart still. Positions on side of TQT. Caps in favor of Bart as well. They're having A and B still right now. But if we are seeing a crossfire, Irina just overextending a little bit, has to make sure he's not going to die because he is so important for the team still. It will be the question how Bart is going to play this out. Bart has just has to wait here in position. Cannot move. Does not have to move. TQT has to push in. But TQT won't really push in just yet. They want the crossfire actually. Actually, Baby Potato manages to get into base B unspotted in the bush, maybe getting blind fired. TVP moving forwards. T100 not shooting though. Just wants to take that B cap, and now cap advantage to TQT. But the T100 is getting clipped here by TVP, just taking 2 shots for that here. Also, TQT lost 1 tank here as Bart pushed forwards into the enemy spawn. Dicta having a lot of hit points, still pressuring the T100, will likely have a shot here. Nope, T100, yes, he is getting shot still. But T100 now running away. Might be able to run still. And yeah, I think he is able to. 3 caps for TQT now, and they have lots of light tank mobility. But over here, performance on his heavy tank cannot run away anymore. He is maybe or likely to get pushed by no Harashira. Ritzwagen getting killed by the Batchat or TVP from the T100 from the other side. There comes the kill of the 6HP. So guns being even again, but the caps still on the side of TQT. And if they want to push into B, they are going to have to overextend. Of course, that TVP can clip out that T100, but there is crossfire. Not yet, but the Batchat is getting into position. Brave move by T100 to stay there, but of course it did not make sense for the TVP to push in blindly. C about to be capped here. There's still a T100 right behind. Potentially moving up the hill over there to get in the crossfire and shoot down at IS-7. No. Oh, T100 actually going for A. Clever move here, avoiding the enemies. So many low hit point tanks that TQT cannot afford to overpeak anywhere. Batchat now having problems there. Good kill here by the by the T100 of that TVP, probably with an HE into the back. Was still about 400 hit points, I believe. Some interesting light tank gameplay that was just very focused on cross-firing and not getting too aggressive from the start. Only the IS-7s were the bait, being sent in aggressively to attract the focus fire, pull the enemies into bad positions and spot the enemies as they were pushing on to A. Good job, TQT. And that's the first win to them. So we will have Canal once more, this time other spawn. And generally the north spawn is a little bit easier to play, I would say. Because you have some houses allowing you to cross over to A little bit more safely. Unless if there is a team like TQT just pushing into you aggressively like that and denying you from taking good positions safely. I would expect TQT to also go for A. They are switching to 1-to-1 Bs though. Double 1-to-1 B, double T100 LT, double E5 and Streetswagen. Also a very light lineup again. But on the other side, likes a TPP. Just going for one only this time. 1 T100 LT, triple I7, 160 TP, 1 Streetswagen. So Bart is just set up a lot heavier now this time. Likely to lose the cap advantage if TQT is getting aggressive from the start on. To be honest, the 1-to-1 Bs could go anywhere. Could go for A or D. And it is D here for the 1-to-1 B and the T100 Arena, moving to the other side. So all of TQT is moving towards base D so far. Oh! Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh my goodness, no, oh my gosh. Okay, they lost the first few hit points and messed up getting that cap or spotting potentially. But also the I7s here. Being spotted, a very aggressive move by Bart over the bridge, trying to shoot out base B. But they are able to pull back here. Now comes a relocation towards base A. But the Bart team does also have base C already. Base D is the only cap that could be taken by TQT so far. What is that position? Just look at this. In a knocked over tree, but he is getting spotted and he doesn't know yet. But he's not getting shot. Ah, there he goes. Oh my gosh. Oh my. No. No. Oh, come on. Perma tracked here, double TPPs, clipping him out. That T100 was having a really bad time on this game. Double cap and a tank advantage to Bart. It is basically one for them already. T100 just expected to be able to stay unspotted right there, but was just getting a bit too close. And now it is up to TQT to go for some move. A light tank over, he is getting pushed. TQT getting overconfident with those light tanks, definitely. Just ignoring the risks and rather testing out their limits here. And it is absolutely not working out for them. Not on this game. They're down 4k hit points, over 4k. And they are 3 caps against 1 here. They're trying base B again, or base C. And they will get away with it this time. Just capping right behind this house here. TVP filing his blind shots. No one having an angle right now. Yep. Or maybe the IS-7 actually had, but he was just a bit too light to decap. But still, it is a huge cap advantage to Bart. They're still having 2 caps. And 800 points almost. While TQT only has 500. In order to win this, TQT would have to get a few kills and the base. E5 pushing in and the Clippers are punishing him already. TVP is just doing their job here, putting out lots of damage. Oh, it's only 1 TVP, but still. That's painful to an E5 or any tank. The E5 is getting pushed here by Albert Einstein and Dark Soto, who are about to take him out. second kill for the bad team. And Nico is now in focus as he attempted to steal that B cap. But he is getting pressured by everything here. Although Bart is also losing some hit points. They are just a very few points away from winning this. Only just one kill. And that's it for TQT. Oh dear. I cannot really say that it was just the gameplay of Bart absolutely demolishing the TQT team, although Bart definitely did a really good and safe job here. Aggressive strategy of sending the I7s over the bridge at the start. Good job by them to pull out of the ditch as soon as possible, not lose too many hit points there. But TQT just... Well, let's not be rude. Really having a bad time here. Well, that means score is even again. 1-1 right now. And yeah, TQT just maybe got a bit too experimental with that here. With the T100 lineups and just getting that aggressive was not healthy for them. Wait. Ah, yeah. Scores right now. So we're going to see Alpenstadt once more, as we've already started with our map. Now comes the next time. TQT potentially playing the same thing again, risking Bart to have seen their strat already and having some counter for that. But no Streetswagens now for TQT here. Just some very heavy tanks. Double IS-4, IS-7, 60 TP, double Vega 72 and a T100 LT. Meaning that TQT will have a ton of hit points. On side of the Bart team, we can see double 60p, double IS-4, one IS-7, Kranwagen, T100 LT. Okay, I take it back. The TQT team is not starting with a tank or hit point advantage. They are just pretty much even, I guess. Oh, just a little bit still. 350 hit points, 400 hit points more on TQT side. That's about one shot. Liberty getting into C aggressively. Might find a lot of enemies over there, but they are not pre-aiming him. He was not able to spot them. Interesting. Liberty now in C, spotted up that VK without getting spotted in return. Kranwagen IS-4 getting into some good hold-down positions over here to cover him. But over here we've got 4 tanks of TQT being super aggressive in the middle, already having put a shot into that IS-7. And also double tank here pushing through the river right into the back of that 60 TP here. So TQT is going to have some really heavy crossfire onto Nohashira. And the second 60 TP is currently trying to run away. But this 60 TP is very likely to die, just as Stephen Hawking, who's down on hit points already. Surprisingly, the focus fire got switched over. 60 TP still alive here, about to be taken out by a VK, most likely. There he goes. T100 LT on Salbat, just getting aggressive in the back here of TQT. Maybe a touch too aggressive, we will see. He is getting himself focused here as well. He is getting blocked here. Can he still run away? He is currently still being ignored as TQT is focus firing the other side here. TQT having lost only 1 tank so far, but that's not going to last for too long, as I already focused out 4 tanks. And now they lost the second one. But it's down to 2 tanks already. Now also losing the T100, who of course did not manage to run away anymore, as he was getting blocked like that. Desperately trying to help his teammates. but just not being able to focus fire as well as the TQT team with their aggression. What a steamroll game on this one. So TQT bringing it back to a 2-1 here. Oh, wrong side. Bringing their advantage back. So TQT now only needs to win one more game in this best of 5. Playing a double mouse, double I7, triple maybe? Nope, double I7, double Streetswagen 1A5. And Bart is going for, we don't know for sure yet, they are not ready yet. Alright. TQT going full heavy here. No, they switched to one light tank played by Classical. Once more. While Bart is still selecting tanks. They have now readied up with a double 60TP, double IS7, unreadied again. Okay, triple 60TP, one IS7, 1-100, one Streetswagen, one mouse. And that means that TQT will be quite a bit more mobile with the Streetswagens and E5 not having the high alpha of the 60TPs. Potentially going for some aggressive strat once more. We're going to see it in just a moment.
Time to roll out.
Alright. Let's set up TQT, just sending the light tank into a different bush this time. Maybe to avoid being blind shot. But it looks to... No, they're not doing the same strategy as the TQT team on the last game. They are going for base C instead. So actually very similar to what they have done on the first game here. Just that there is a mouse in the river this time to avoid getting pushed through that. And it is exactly what TQT is trying to do here. Finding that mouse now. Trading shots. But now it is a 2v1 against the mouse here. In the middle. The IS-7s though can circle them and can put out shots into the rear. And the hit point advantage of that very healthy mouse is melting away. And there are so many tanks of TQT focusing him down. Also, Bart is trying to push into the back, also into the mouse, but being far from having that good of an advantage here as the TQT team had against their mouse. Over here though, Nico is in really bad focus fire, being taken out by the T100, but also T100 got deleted already. As Classical was still there to support. Streetswagen and IS-7 are going to push out that T100 here. He has to run away right now. Maybe still getting supported by the baby potato. Yep, there he comes to save his teammate light tank. Pushes out that Streetswagen, bullies him away. As TQT is doing good on the other side as well. Having cleared quite a few tanks already as they lost the second one and the third one. Guns being even again. But there is a Streetswagen being one shot right in front, about to die as well. And the IS-7 is also not going to last too much longer. TQT being 1k points, hit points ahead. Having 2 guns more on the field right now. And are not going to lose this one anymore. Streetswagen just dodging the shot here, dodging a bullet off that 60TP. So the Streetswagen can now push into the back here. 60TP being taken out. only leaving Dicta alive. And there goes the turret. TQT running into that mouse, which is of course something that Bart kind of wanted, but Bart was just not really in position to immediately counter push that TQT team and really make use of the time that the mouse just bought them by surviving a little bit longer with the hit points that it had. Also the mouse, of course, once being circled, just being a very easy target there. Alright. TQT is going to get to the next game, to the next round, in finals actually. Likely against Joipam or Iswa. Let's have another look. We probably don't know yet. Yeah, API is steamrolled right. Aqua also, of course, had a steamroll game over there, and rejects as well. AKTS versus Wild still going on, although AKTS is likely to win this. And also no surprise on this group here, Crowley getting into the finals. As well as Nosu, a team I have not heard about just yet, to be honest. And over here, Yuipa Isra versus Immo is still going on. And here, of course, Ikra versus EG in the grand finals of Group 6 then. I think that might also be a very interesting game still. Although I expect the TQT versus Iswa to be a bit closer. Probably more exciting. So don't run away. By the way, this one is going to be streamed by Fujit. So you can still jump over there later on and have a look at that stream. Also, I just want to have a quick look. Okay, we have a bit of time now. Okay. So let's play some more games then. Start the music again. Wait. Gotta switch the playlist because I was just in the promoted songs, yeah. Only 5 songs that were on repeat. What am I going to play? Ah. Let's get the game up again. But it's not the window I wanted to open now. Oh, I almost forgot. This time I have to drive myself. Can I just watch? Okay, I'm a little bit late for the shootout. But maybe someone else is also crossing over. This is not good because it means that enemies are potentially all pushing C. Okay. I cannot really do this. There might be Griller in the bush over there. Okay, was on the outer side. VK72 is coming through this ditch over here. I think I will try to support with the mediums. That also works. Not my preferred target, but okay. If I can have these 3 shots. Maybe some shot to the guys on the right before I go for the reload. Not going to push in with 1 shot. I need time to back off again. Ouch. Oh, really? Okay, let's reload. I am honestly worried about the TVP. He's still full life, he's unspotted right now. There was some gorilla to the left side in the bush over there. Typical TT position. Good. I was just slightly worried here that a light tank of my team would not be able to kill that VK. Also, if I don't get an HE in, then I might not be able to kill him. Perfect, thanks for the help. Yeah, I cannot really back off. Might be the last thing I'm doing here. Nice. I'm dead. Oh. Oh, he shot 3 times. Let's move away from Griller. Nice. All right. Surprised again how well PC works here. Okay, I still got 6.7k. Nice. Are the teams worse than PC? I don't feel like I'm playing better here than on touch. 6.8 still. Nice. Play Badger? Yeah, I can play Badger on the next game. There's a delay, of course, 3 minutes, just so you know. Might lead to some confusion sometimes. And throughout the battles I don't really read the chat, but yeah, on the random games I do my best to always stay up to date with everything. Oh. I mistook this tank for another one. I thought it was an IS-7 for a moment, I don't know why. Or IS-4 or so. I did not get shot by TDs just yet. Quite happy about that. If I peek up too far, then there might be some TT. Like 183 or so right behind. That was a big shot. That was just hitting the ground here. Nice. Good. Yeah, let's just take out 183 as I'm having the chance right now. Even if the IS-7 is going to punish me for that a little bit. No, man. Of course. Thought I could peek safely. Not quite. Oh, bounce, please. Yeah, I could see it on the map. We're still in relatively good positions to win this one, to be honest. Good. Although I have no trust in this Badger. Badger, that's Minotauro. We have a lot of map control here, and enemies will struggle to push into that type camping heavy tank here. Yeah, we don't have to watch this. I really don't trust my team, but it should be a win just judging by the positions. My team is positioned all the way around the enemies. Well, their object is quite low on hit points. The IS-7 also. Come on, just load heat. He's going to bounce. Oh. Nice. Okay, got this. Badger was requested. Okay, what do we have here? 2 mats on the enemy side. It would be better for me to go for the medium side. I don't trust my teammates. It could also be a game for the heavy side here, with that amount of heavies. I think I would love to just play this passively in the hills here and the dunes. Maybe I can advance to the slightly more aggressive one, but I don't want to get too aggressive against 2 mediums without knowing what kind of tanks are... Ooh. What kind of tanks are coming from behind there. I mean, if the enemies are all coming, my team splitting up. It would still work out if I manage to stay here in some hull down position. Oh, pretty bad low roll. KPZ already completely getting obliterated for no real reason. I still don't know about the enemy heavy tanks. TVP seems to be running. Not going for the TVP anymore, he's gone. Aww. I'm not even getting spotted. Another one. Okay. Were the IGs worth it? Probably not. TVP not spotting anymore, that's good to know. Might still be somewhere in the spawn, together with the griller. That would be my biggest fear, but also, since this tank got buffed quite a bit on the traverse speed, he tracked himself.
Enemy armor is hit.
It's really hard to circle a badger now.
Enemy armor is hit.
What? What? Is auto-aim not going for the middle of this tank? Well, back when I still played PC, there was no TVP yet. And for most tanks, it was absolutely fine to go for the auto-aim from the side. As it would just would just aim at the IG weak spots.
Enemy armor is hit.
Okay, let's move on. Although I could have still taken him out, but yeah.
We've damaged them. Penetration. Got him.
Okay, nice. A badger is actually quite strong nowadays. With that mobility that it got. Traverse speed mainly. Ah, can I get him? Ah! Okay. And of course that DBM accuracy is good. Also penetration is really nice. But still, I do not play it a lot, because it is just a slow tank and I play fast tanks. And I think it's still one of my worst tanks on tier 10. Yeah. When I got it, it was still way worse, and I just did not play it much since then. Maybe 20-30 games since it got buffed. Oh, let's go to another unloved tank here. I'm also no fan of the Foch, but it can work out. Okay, quite a light lineup here. Only one heavy on the enemy side. I don't really expect anyone to go for this side. Not impossible. Let's just... Oh! Let's go in there then. He's probably not alone. But should be a pretty easy kill. Team, how many times do you need to kill an AMX there? No, don't stop here. We're 5 tanks against 2. I just cannot afford to take the shot off the Jark. Go! Shoot. No. cost me way too many hit points. Because these goddamn guys don't want to go in here. Could have been a lot faster to kill them. And unfortunately, I'm doomed to be passive now. Come out. Okay, nice. Because might possibly spot me like that. Yep. Oh no, TVP. I don't think he can kill me like that. And he's running into Jack. Oh, it's ammo racked. Okay, I can still shoot him again. Nice. Did not expect this. Perfect. Mine. Okay, still get to some good damage in the end. Could have been a totally different story if the TVP just ran away or, yeah. 268 switched to me. Did not make sense, but okay. Yeah, get next game in 6 minutes. One-shot gun works better for you, yeah. To be honest, I would love if the one-shot gun was actually a viable option on this tank. But I don't see a reason to play it. It does not really have more DPM. 200, it's nothing. It still has worse DPM than most other TDs. You can just play some other tank then, like some 263. DPM is too bad in my opinion. Also, accuracy is even worse. It's already super horrible accuracy. Aim time is actually better. But 600 alpha damage for 11.52 seconds of reload time. You cannot really out-trade enemies. With the autoloader, you can put a 2-shot for 1 in many situations. With a 1-shot, you try to trade 1 for 1 and then don't even hit your shots. But of course, the 1-shot gun is a bit easier to play. Because you do not have to think about how do you really push in for 2 shots at a time without trading too poorly. Immo only 6 right now. Hope they still get a 7th. Our next map is going to be New Bay. I cannot show you just yet, only in 30 seconds, because I want you to... Wait, Immo won against Isra, that means. Oh, right. Okay, that's a little bit surprising to see that Immo is here now. Yep, with 3 minutes of delay, I can only show you the room right now. Let's reset the score still. TQT going for some similar lineup again, as it seems. But we're still having some time. Can maybe make a slight adjustment still. Yeah. I think that works out. Okay. Still 2 minutes. No. No. I was just thinking about changing something, but okay. Let's focus on the tournament here. We've got an IS-3 for TQT, who even plays a tank still. Maybe he's grinding. TQT now readied up with a mouse, VK72, IS-4, FV215B, T125, double Streetswagen, full heavy lineup for new bay. It is often being played that heavy, to be honest. Very rarely we're seeing a light here still. On side of the Immo team, we're having triple T125, double IS-7, double VK72, and we can already be quite sure of where things are headed here. The super heavies are mostly just playing the middle area right behind the bridges here. You don't really see it in the middle there. That's where the super heavies are going. To secure some crossfire and then pushing up the bridges from behind to get into the back of the enemy. Sometimes super heavies are also being used to push beneath the bridges, but that's a little bit more rare. And the other tanks are then on the north side here on TQT side. They are likely to all go for the bridge then. Immo might go for the park as well from their spawn. Okay, let's get rid of the music and focus on our next game here.
Let's go.
Haha, they're not going for the bridges. Or some tanks are moving into B, potentially behind B. Moving into B always is a big risk here because this side does have the park for some good hull down positions. Might go for heavy shootout. Look at this, they're just pushing through. And the others are not really right with them. Very aggressive move here by the Streetswagens. Being right in front of that IS-7, already shooting him down quite a bit. Now losing the first few hit points. Very aggressive strategy here by TQT. Irina also moving in from behind, as Immo is counter-pushing onto the Streetswagens here. But they're not having a huge advantage just yet. Nico down to half of his hit points already. Now about to get shielded by his teammate. IS-7 over here, now down to a one shot. As the Streetswagen is the first one to get killed. IS-7 also deleted now. TQT with a hit point advantage right now. Guns being even. Irina in heavy focus fire here. Maybe getting off one more shot. Yes, he does get a nice shot into that turret before going to get killed here. There he goes. Streetswagen still trying to run away, getting bullied here by the VK72 and Bal1 in at 225. Just making sure he's not going anywhere. Well done by them. Streetswagen still puts out a last shot. About to be taken out by that VK. But still, TQT does have a gun advantage now. 4-3 for them. And they have twice the hit points on the field. Only 2 remaining enemies here. With Marcinak. VK72 trying to put out a last shot, but getting killed before that. Which only leaves Reaction here. Alone against 3, also getting blocked. The whole fight was in this area here. Okay, some tanks also gets killed in the park here. Interesting. Nice one. The park push is not too popular. And even less popular it is that this one is working out. Because it is really, yeah, a risky move to push into the back there like TQT did here. Because you can get crossfired that easily. But also, we could see the Streetswagens nowadays being fast enough again to go for this move without having to take too much damage before being on the enemy side. Also having that massive DPM and a lot of hit points, which does open up for such options here. Sorry, I really cannot talk today. I've just, I don't know. My tongue is loose or so. Loose screw. Okay, so that was game number 1 here of Immor versus TQT, and it is a win to TQT, best of 7 this time, by the way. Let's just adjust the scores. Still 1-0 for TQT. And we are going to see some very similar lineups here. Not many changes. Just, well, yeah, really not many changes. Oh, I think TQT is about to start with 6 tanks only. No. Actually not. Look at this. We can see it on the right side. No premium ammunition for classical. Potentially he was running out of credits and was just selling the ammunition or so. And just quickly had to switch over, or he just bought the tank, I don't know. No promo for him. Probably also not his preferred lineup or setup on the equipment. And also Immor is going for the push now. But they are using the T125s and IS-7 and also 1-1B here. Going for the same strategy. Also very aggressive move here into the park. But I think these E5s might be too isolated. They are very far forwards here. Not getting focused. Now they are getting focused by the VK72s with a big HE into the back of Realista. Realizing that his position might have been a bit too much for him to handle. Getting killed right there. Bal1 now in focus fire. But also, the Immor team already managed to kill 1 Yo and the Streetswagen. So 2-2 right now on the tanks. Bal1 getting killed here. Another big HE shot by that VK72. Really helping a lot with deleting that E5. Now the Streetswagen is in focus. 3-3 right now. Still a very even situation here. Destined Liberty has to run away as he's getting chased down by 3 tanks. Especially these 2 IS-7s. They are quite fast as well, but also they lost a lot of hit points. Now the Streetswagen, he still gets killed. But the IS-7 also is down to 1 shot, still getting killed here by Irina from the other side. 1-1B trying to circle around here, but now about to get focused by the VK72 and the 225 right behind him. Takes a big shot here. And so kill shot is not going to wait for too much longer. Over here we've still got double VK72 bullying 1 I7. Big shots into him as well. And he is not going to have any chance anymore, so push just not working out quite as well for the Immor team. Also partially due to the E5s pushing in that aggressively, offering such a good weak spot for TQT to counter push in, especially the E5s overcommitting, pushing behind the enemy line and offering their back to the double VK72 and getting HE'd like that, each one taking 1k HE damage. That is really nothing you would want on an E5. The HE also not being impacted by the reactive armor. Weirdly. I don't know why, but yeah, kind of does not make any sense. TQT with a good reaction and classical not having primary here, it looks like. So yeah, he was only putting out 3 shots. He's also getting a duck. All right. No, not 3 yet, just 2. Still some work to do for TQT. Best of 7 by the way, so it will be 4 wins needed here for winning the next game. Or for winning this encounter, you know. Immor is now almost readied up for the next map, which is Port Bay. Mostly a fight for the medium side, but sometimes we're also seeing some city-sided strategies for the caps. We are seeing 1 Streetswagen, triple I7, 1 E5, 2 E5s and a nice 4-4. Immor on side of TQT, we're having triple I7, 1 AMX M4, 1 VK72, 1 60TP and a VK72 as well. I really like that VK. Not too popular for the others. Some teams are just choosing it every now and then. But it's quite often here on the lineup of TQT. Well, 2.9k hit points and some big shots. That is part of the reason. Definitely. TQT all going for that heavy side here. Nice 7 going for the far outer side for some crossfire. Nico dropping into that A-cap. All the shots not connecting here onto Realista, who is now in a good position behind the hills here, but also about to be pressured a little bit. He's still not getting killed too soon here. A is taken for free here for TQT. They did not get punished for that. Now they're going to push forwards, despite having some tanks to their side, potentially still covering that IS-4 quite well. And he will be very happy about that red line, saving him from getting pushed into the water. And just getting focus out there. How is Immor doing at farming the TQT team? Not too well, I've got to say. It looks like performance is actually safe from shots here behind this hill. Immor not able to put out any damage onto TQT as they were farming down their teammate. So quite an easy gun advantage for TQT right now. Immor being pushed back also. Getting too aggressive here with the IS-7 potentially. Would try to go for a 1v1 against a 60p. But it will not be easy and it will not matter too much, I think. Because the main fight is over here. All about the focus fire of the majority of tanks here. where Immo is already down a tank. Now down 2 tanks as well, one's getting killed. IS-7 is also just in focus fire right now. On the other IS-7 it is. Not sure. People switching over, shooting here and there. Both being killed right now already. Stridswagen still sitting behind and farming some damage. But Immo could not really get rid of their gun disadvantage. But shooting Classical down quite well here. But Stridswagen also now killed. Reaction apparently went over to help that IS-7 with a 1v1 against 60 TP. They did manage to pick up the kill. But now there are only 2 tanks remaining against 4 tanks on TQT side. Still, even the reactive armor that the reaction E5 still has here is not going to help too much. As it might be saves him 50, 100 hit points. Very aggressive gameplay by TQT. Immo playing a passive strategy without having the best angles for cross-firing here. And not really winning on caps or so either. Realista still managed to put out 3 shots, but that was it. And that's the 3rd win to TQT, so match point to them. Number 3. Immo readying up immediately. They were really quick. 3 Super Conks, 2 IS-7s, 1 E5, 1 T100 LT. TQT is still selecting tanks right now. Triple Super Conqueror is also not too popular. 1 or 2 we could see quite often, but 3, I think that might be the first time seeing that. Problem about the Super Conqueror is the speed, the mobility. It really lags behind other tanks, like whatever. All the other tanks are basically faster. Super Conqueror barely has the mobility of some, yeah, super heavy tank. TQT still lets us wait a little bit. They have a Sheridan. Sheridan is likely to go for the climb onto the hill there. So I think Immo is also going for a C-sided strategy with their lineup. For TQT it cannot be sad. Now they are also ready. Double IS-4, 1 IS-7, 6 TP, IMX-M4 and VK is only 2. Sheridan is likely to go for the plateau for a climb. The others, I don't know, might go to any side. But I would also rather expect a C-sided gameplay by them. Because of that AMX-M4 hull down tank. Or maybe some passive C-side plus IB? No, just IB. And yeah, Immo going for the C corner. Let's watch the Sheridan. No, he's not climbing up this plateau, that's what I was talking about. He is just moving aggressively into the A cap, spotting a little bit, not finding anything, and sneakily stealing that cap, getting the cap advantage. On the other side, we are also having Balwan in the cap, who is in a T100 LT. Going to get the cap a little bit lighter, but also B got capped here by Nico and Death and Liberty in their double IS-7s. So 2 cap advantage for TQT. They still have to make sure they get out of the bad situation in the middle. They're getting crossfired quite heavily already. T100 though losing a ton of hit points for this peak. The IS-7s are still in bad positions. Still going to take some more shots, I believe. Realista also in position to crossfire. IS-7 has another shot, and look at this. Both of them shooting down Death and Liberty. The cap really is a big problem, and Immo was really doing a good job of reacting to get into those decapping positions here. And they are already pressuring now. Nico is absolutely trapped. So that means that TQT has to react and has to counter push. Otherwise, they're going to lose 2 tanks for free. Or are they just deciding to cover the IS-4s here? It looks like that's what they are opting to do, so... Super Kongs here in focus fire. Although, it is really not looking good for TQT. They're still having more hit points on the field in total. But they need to get some kills as well, otherwise that's going to change really quickly. But the Super Conqueror now about to be taken out as well, but it will be the first kill. No, actually the second kill. Another Super Conqueror has also been killed out of sight here of my frame. Performance now in the middle of 3 tanks, not surviving this one either. IMXM4 try to maybe get into that cap, taking an HE of that Super Conqueror. Caps on side of Immor now. Not yet, but they have double caps. And they are about to get the AMXM4 out as well. So 3v3 right now. Shodan has to be careful. Not getting focus is going to help out our VK72. Putting out a good shot into the back of that IS-7. And TQT here seems to do better on the focus fire. Having the IS-7 in the middle. The VK is still relatively well covered. IS-7 now pushing in behind to get the kill. Yep, getting it as well. So 2v2 again. But the T100 is the main issue here. He is still capping bases. The IS-7 are healthy enough to survive for a long time. Still putting in a nice shot into Classical. And I think Balwan is winning the game right now by capping the base and being able to run away. The Sheridan will have to 1v1 him, but he does not have the hit points for that. He cannot really YOLO in there. He doesn't have the DPM or accuracy. And killing that IS-7 might take too long. IS-7 also switching focus fire immediately to get a shot into Classical, who is about to get YOLO'd by the T100 LT from behind. Maybe. It is a point win already. Alright. Balwan absolutely winning the game here by staying alive in the end. IS-7 also did a great job of pushing in, attracting focus fire as he was still full dive. Balwan just making sure he was not dying. And also look at this damage here, 6k damage almost for Irina, but not enough. Cap management far better here on Immor's side. So that leaves us with a 3-1. Immor maybe just smelling a little bit of a chance now again. Just getting a bit of a taste of it, but it is still really hard for them to win 3 games in a row now. TQT just has to win 1 more game. They are riding up with something even heavier. It is Altenstadt for the 3rd time today. TQT is probably a little bit bored about it again or already, but yeah, they are changing the lineup, not going for the exact same thing as they have before. They are also only the 60p is not ready just yet. So double IS-7, 1 IS-4, double VK72, 1 mouse, lots and lots of hit points. But without a light tank, yeah, 60p readied up. Without a light tank, Immor is going to be quite confident in getting that cap advantage on A, I believe. So they are playing with a 200, triple E5, 1 Sitzwagen, 160p and an IS-4. A lot more mobile than the super heavy TQT lineup. And it will be tricky for TQT as they are just not going to get the cap advantage. Capturing base B will be tricky. It will not be impossible, but if Immor is reading the lineup, they're going to adjust to it and make sure that they decap base B. The question is, how good are they at adjusting to the lineup of TQT? And TQT is going for a river push once more. But both IS-7s have been spotted already, so they're not going to be too effective down there. They're still moving forwards. Mouse also with them. Now also spotted. A lot of tanks on TQT's side have been spotted already. First shots being traded. Performance underperforming. E5 over there also being tagged here with a big shot. But the second VK bouncing off of the track probably. And it is about the middle here again. But this time only few tanks are being really aggressive, with others still being behind. I'm not too sure about this. Although the IS-4 here is getting bullied by that mouse, being pushed up the hill. Getting shot from behind as well. First kill for Immor. But they also lost the IS-4. They have E5 down to very few hit points. Or 60 TP over here. But he manages to get out 60 TP getting ammo right. I did not see for how many hit points though. But that's been a 60 TP. And that's the second kill for Immor. And it is still a very tricky situation. Hit points even. Kills in favor of Immor. But they're having some low hit point tanks as well. 60 TP cannot do too much there anymore. But TQT does not have the mobility to get the one shot or the low hit point tanks here. They might be able to take out that Streetswagen though. Maybe that VK is getting him. He's pushing forwards. Has to be careful to not lose too many hit points for this move. Getting shot there from the other side by two tanks. Now getting pushed by Balwan on a 2100 LT. VK putting out a max roll into him. But Balwan will have to kill. Balwan is now safe. Can circle that VK. TQT though still ahead on hit points. Pushing forwards into the B area right now. Oh! Turret costing the VK some hit points. That's been his teammate's turret there. Oof. Very important shot that gets bounced off here. But now TQT did manage to take one base. Although they are down a tank. They're down two tanks actually. Mouse here holding up two on his own right now. Struggling to angle to both sides. Sooner or later the T100 is going to get to his back. And the mouse won't have a chance anymore to angle here. Good shot by Classical into the T100 will be very important for him. As it allows him to kill the T100 later on. And he might not have to angle to both sides anymore. Gets a good shot into that Streetswagen. But it's not high enough. Streetswagen surviving on 18 hit points. Over here we've got two more tanks. Everyone's a one shot here on side of Immor. But Destined Liberty is just not going to win this anymore. 1v4, he was 1v5, all of them one shots. Focus fire way better on Immor's side here. Phew. And also, it felt like TQT was just not having the best time here with their coordination. Some tanks pushing into the river being spotted, the rest of the team still being relatively careful in the city. The push came and it did somehow work out. TQT lost a lot of hit points for it, and they did not have the best focus fire apart from one or two tanks there. Mobility really disadvantaged here, or the poor mobility on these super heavies, which were not able to go for the low hit point tanks. Let me just have another look here. First of all, I will update the score. Just wanted to see how much damage Balwan dealt. 5k. Yeah, he was farming a lot. He was running around the map. And getting in these shots into the sides. Circling at VK. Getting his gun to the right places. Well done. While, yeah, TQT just lacked the mobility could not keep up with that. Didn't look bad for them. It wasn't great either. So we are going to see some more familiar lineup of TQT now. Some more mobility, 1-100 as well. Streetswagen again, that was just working out a lot better. Kranwagen on Immer's side for the first time. Yep, let's switch over here. Still match point for the TQT team. Only having to win one more game. But I guess after the last 2 defeats, you might lack a little bit of confidence. And also, Grilla just subscribed. Thanks a lot. I almost missed that. Alright. TQT heading towards by sea with everyone. 6th time on this map today. They only lost 1 so far, I believe. 100 being careful. Oh, there is 8100 of Immor here in the sea cap, but he is in a pretty bad position now, being crossfired here. He bounces off of Classical as well. Now he's in a 1v1 at a hit point disadvantage. As Arena is trying to support from the side. It might cost Classical quite a lot of hit points, but he is going to win this 1v1 definitely. Just going to go for it right now. Trying to push out the T100 into his teammate a little bit still. But about to have the kill right there. But also Classical is down to a 1-shot. But it is a gun advantage and that is worth a lot. Classical is now free to get that C-cap as well. Nope, he is not because Immor is counter-pushing already. Nico also lost a lot of hit points. VK72 is not being reloaded to punish Immor as they are pushing in. Maybe soon they will be putting out one good shot into the 60 TP, but the focus fire is not really on point here on TQT's side. Right now, they are getting pushed by Immor. And despite Immor having the hit point disadvantage and the gun disadvantage, they seem to do well on the push, chasing down the light tank. Here, Nico just got killed. But also Immor just lost the 3rd tank in a few seconds only. Arena here just doing a good job of running away from his enemies, getting into some good position to crossfire the Streetswagen still, and he's still alive. Or he or she. Just on a very few hit points only. Realista managed to finally kill that T100 LT in that corner. But it cost him a lot of time. Marcinak still in the back. Crossfiring. Irina does have broken armor, right? Broken engine. 16 hit points less. But it's still enough. Well played. Okay, it got closer here still. Although this one was a more comfortable win for the TQT team than the last ones. Obviously, because the last ones were no wins. But okay. Yeah, TQT just did have a good start to this game already. Was probably happy about being given such a chance. Maybe Immor has seen the stream here and tried to counter what TQT did on the previous game, so they did not expect the T100 LT to be on C this time, as he has been on A for the last few games. So also a tough job here for TQT, who had to change their tactics over and over again, as they knew it was getting streamed here. I could not just play the same strat once more. They had to expect the enemies to really prepare for that and just counter them, yeah. Yeah, good job by TQT and Immor as well. Interesting games today, really love to see those. And I'm just going to play one and then I will actually have another look at the current leaderboard. So let's go for a quick game. Boys. I know a lot of people like to just overpeak here, like Cal at the start, but honestly, it's not worth it. I don't even like the middle too much. Often I also go for the move that the E1 did here. Because here the enemies are not too rarely already prepared for you. Oh, I hit the Yo's track there, I believe. Okay, dude.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Okay, let's reposition. Also, I need a toilet break. All of a sudden, I cannot sit still anymore. Yeah, let's try to... I don't know, RV, E1... Both being dangerous to me. Of course, RV is more dangerous. E1 does have the mobility. Tough question, which one is the better tank to focus out there? Probably RV because of its clipping potential. Let's aim carefully. Okay. Ah. Actually, with the IG I would deal less damage than with AP here. Oh, I was looking forward to farming that weak guy. That's okay. Okay. Rammed himself to death. No! Oh. Okay, I need a very quick toilet break now. Okay. So let's have a look. Tournaments. I'm going to refresh the page. Okay. Okay, we did see Aqua versus Jones here winning. API comfortably winning against Olini. 41. Aqua winning against Jones. Yeah, no big surprises here, to be honest. Rejects losing to Vale. Vale also performing quite well, although I don't think they are in the top 8 right now. AKTS. Oh, AKTS has lost. AKTS is a top 8 team. They have lost to Vale, so this might still get close for them. Despite having taken at 3rd place, but they were also struggling here. A lot more than expected against Tryon. Which means that AKTS potentially struggles to get into the top 8 or stay in the top 8. We will have to check the leaderboard after. Quali winning 4-1 against Nosu. Yep, not unexpected. TQT he winning here. That's what we've seen. And Ikra winning against EG. Oh, EG. They have done so well at the start. But in the last tournaments, they messed up quite a bit. They lost against Quali. Now they lost against Ikra in the finals here. I do not think it is updated just yet, but let's have a look here. I don't know, it's probably not updated. So TQT, yeah, they will keep their position. EG and AKTS both lost. AKTS even worse here. Just got 3rd place only. EG 2nd place. And it is quite important to get these points here, these cups. Especially since there is only one more PYS tournament in total. Ikra having won. They are at 29,493. Oh, yeah, you cannot see that properly. Sorry. So yeah, last place here is 29,699 on the 8th, which is now getting some more points today. And Ikra is not really far behind. So it looks like Ikra might be in the top 8 then, while AKTS is out again. What do I say again? It looks like AKTS is going to be out of the top 8 for now, and Ikra is going to be in. That is what I would expect here to see done. But that does not mean that it is decided yet, because we still have one more PYS then in a few days only. And that will still have some good impact on the final outcome, then, especially for the lower teams here, or Ikra, EG, AKTS. They will really have to try their best now, and they cannot afford any losers, any defeats anymore. Of course, they are well positioned with their team, but it's not decided yet. They seem to have some inconsistent performance, despite EG being absolutely a top team at the moment again, having won against Raid as well, having shown some good performances, but also just not being lucky with their matchmaking against Quali. Having such a strong team in the same group, and Quali just did better there, just won 4-3 against EG, which was close, but it was important for EG. And now EG again losing. AKTS as well. I do not really expect expect AKTS necessarily in the top 8, to be honest, because I've seen them, they did not really seem on top level compared to others, but I haven't seen Ikra yet. At least, I mean, AKTS can certainly be a top 8 team, but not in the higher part of the top 8. That's quite sure for me. Although I just only could see a few battles of them against Trolley there, but still it felt like they were lacking behind the top 6 or top 4, definitely. Okay. I just noticed I don't know, I did not even show you the screen here. But I think I did so earlier. Okay. Lucas, thanks for following. Welcome. And I just noticed, actually my stream is not on the portal. I think that really requires YouTube. Although I'm restreaming, so it could be on the portal. Okay. Never mind. I will take care of that later on still. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm going to end here. Yep. All right. Let me have a look at the chat again. YouTube being a little bit dead, of course. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, then make sure to also leave a follow on Twitch. That's where my most streams are taking place. Link is in the description. For the viewers on Twitch, we can also now raid someone else still. Let's have a quick look. It's always a bit confusing with tournament streams, so many windows opened. Okay. Ah, yeah. Delay. Almost forgot. Good night. Have a nice evening still.